Yeah, I didn't get the chance to talk to you all yesterday, so hope everybody had a great holiday. I think we had a good week of practice, just wrapped up there today out there on the fields. A unique week, but the guys, I'm proud of them and how they've handled this and how they've made sure to get their work in no matter what. I know you have the injury report, so we're going to list Denzel and Sheldrick out, Teller and Sendejo as questionable, and I will take any questions you guys have.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go to Nate Ulrich for our first question.
Hey, Kevin, was it a relief to get Wills back out there today? And just, how much confidence do you have when your offensive line's together with what they've been able to do this season?
Yeah, it's always good to get the five guys together because there's so much communication that has to occur with those five guys. So, we've done a lot of extra work this week, and just now practice ends and the offensive line and the backs stay out there and they get extra pass protection, pickup drills, if you will, because communication is key. So good to have Jed out there.
Thank you, Nate. Scott Petrick, we'll go to you.
Hey, Kevin, how do you make sure you're as prepared as you need to be when you have such a weird practice week?
I think you just double down on your preparation. You make sure that you're being efficient in how you run your meetings in the morning. I think that's a big part of it. I give Joe Woods and the defensive staff a ton of credit. Told them that yesterday was going to be virtual for them, and they were prepared. I think this off-season prepared them. So they had a bunch of different things that they wanted to accomplish together online, and I think they were able to do that.
And with Teller being questionable, kind of the same thing as a week ago, where just
Yes.
the soreness. Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Marla Ridenour, you have our next question.
Yeah, Coach, we just talked to Ronnie Harrison. Obviously, he's, pretty fired up. But how have you seen him come along since he came? I mean, he does seem to be around the ball and pretty darn good tackler.
Yeah, Marla, I think he's just gotten better and better as he's around our coaches and around our team and understanding our scheme. I think the coaches have done a nice job meeting with Ronnie, meeting extra, and then getting him up to speed and playing him early and not overloading him. And then, he's earned every rep he's gotten every time he's been out there. Like you said, he's ball aware. He's a good tackler.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marla. Mary Kay Cabot has our next question.
The defensive linemen looked pretty fired up out there today, despite the fact that the ranks have been thinned a little bit this week. Can you talk about Adrian Clayborn, how he played last week, and maybe, how much he's looking forward to, getting a start this week and contributing a lot?
Yeah, really appreciate having Adrian around. He's a pro's pro, does not say much. He definitely leads by example. But you saw in the ball game last week where he was able to be productive and make plays. And I know this, he's a great teammate, and his teammates really appreciate having him out there.
And Malvo, it looks like I'm sure you guys are going to need him too. And for him to come in and make a big play the way that he did, that's exactly what you guys need, right?
That's right. He practices very hard. He's extremely conscientious, always in his book, asking good questions. So really looking forward to him continuing to contribute.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Scott Petrick, back to you.
Hey, Kevin, I know you got Chris Hubbard back. Can you rule out Andy Janovich and Sione for the game Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. And who's going to step in for Sione?
I think we'll see. And I'm not going to get necessarily, Scott, into all the lineup changes, but I would go back to what we've talked about before, where we like to play a lot of people. We like to rotate guys in and out and make sure a bunch of guys are fresh.
And I know you've dealt with the COVID stuff all year long, but was this week any harder just because it felt like there was something every day and you're waiting till the afternoon for contact tracing? I would think there'd be some sense of, worry that goes into that.
Not really, Scott, because we're virtual in the morning already. So I guess the only difference would be the coaches were working from their homes in the morning. The players are already working from their homes. So it felt, that is the new normal for us, being ready to adapt. So I think we got everything accomplished that we needed to get accomplished this week.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Jeff Shadell, you're up.
Hey, along that line, though, Kevin, did you learn anything maybe about the maturity of your team or whatever to deal with all that this week, especially on a holiday week and the injuries and everything else?
Yeah, Jeff, I just think our guys throughout this season have understood that they have to have a laser focus every single day to be able to prepare. And we are not concerned with anything that may attempt to distract us. We really have a task at hand, and the guys remain focused on that.
Thank you, Jeff. Back to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Kevin, with Porter Gustin went on that list too. Is he out as well?
Yes.
Okay. And just with, you had 3 consecutive days with guys going on the list, and I know how much you stressed the protocols and talked about them. Are you confident that there have been no slip ups or anything like that? Is that something when you start getting these string of consecutive tests, is that something you guys look into?
Yeah, Nate, we educate our guys as much as we can. We adhere to the protocols. I would tell you we've had no high risk close contacts through all of this, and I think that's a big deal as the protocols are written.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nate. Marla Ridenour, you're up.
Yeah, not to get super personal, but I assume you at least had time to eat with your family. I mean, how weird? I mean, did it feel any, like special or anything,
And it was different. Never had Thanksgiving just with my immediate family. So that was strange, just us and the kids at the dinner table. But it felt normal in that we played a lot of knee football, and I was the tackling dummy yesterday. So that felt pretty normal.
So you're questionable too?
Trust me, I should be out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Mary Kay Cabot has our next question.
Yeah, as far as Ronnie Harrison is concerned, do you guys feel like even as you look forward with Grant Delpit, going to be back next year, Ronnie seems like he's nailed down your safety spot. I mean, it just seems like the future of the position looks pretty bright for you guys.
Yeah, Mary Kay, hard for me to go there. I will tell you, I enjoying having Ronnie around, enjoy him at practice. He makes plays on the ball in practice just like he does in the game. He brings an energy to the position, but it's hard for me to go past today.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Scott Petrick, you're up.
Hey, with Sheldrick out and Andrew questionable, can Carl Joseph play free safety for you?
Yeah.
I mean, you comfortable with him if he needs to play there?
Yeah, he's played back there. So, yes, very, very confident in Carl.
And I meant to ask you this earlier in the week, but when Sendejo gets that penalty away from the ball last week, like, do you talk to him about that? It seems like, he plays kind of on the edge a little bit, and that one might have crossed the line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I talked to him. I talked to the whole team about that play in particular. And we can't do things that take away from the team. And I know what his intentions were. And obviously, that's a play that he would like back. But when you go from a sack to a plus 15 spot of the foul, I mean, it's really hurting the team. So we're not about that. It should be a disciplined football team, and that's both pre-snap and post-play. So disappointed in that play. Andrew understands that, and really any of our guys with 15-yarders, they're just killers to a football team.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Nate Ulrich.
Coach, I know you're not going to get into, all the lineup changes, but Kevin Johnson obviously figures to continue to play a prominent role with you guys, and with Denzel out, I'm guessing that you guys are really going to need him. So what have you seen from him lately, and what's he bringing to the secondary, and coming back from the lacerated liver and putting the season together he has?
Yeah, I think that seems like ages ago, first of all, but he's given us really good reps. Practice is really hard, ultra prepared. Again, excited for him in his role. I think he's done a nice job.
That was such a weird setback. I mean, do you think he's been able to come in and kind of give you guys what you thought you'd be getting all along from him, or has this been kind of a weird season because of such a unique injury?
No, he's done a nice job, Nate. I think he's well past that, and I think he's hit the ground running.